Welcome back to Toy with Me. Tonight we are heating things up and cooling things down because this episode is all about wax, temperature, and touch play.
And no, y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all ain't mishear that. Y'all misheard me. But we're talking about candles, ice, body heat, and all the ways that sensation can pleasure to a new level.
Yes. So Toy with Me is an in-person and live stream broadcast where we talk kink, community, and connection with zero shame and a lot of sparkle.
Baby, here at Toy With Me, we explore ways to spice up your sex life, whether it's you alone with the partner or even fun at a party with a group.
Yes. Here we celebrate all gender loving communities and all people of all levels of ability.
So tonight's show is part 4 out of 6. The series is discussing forms of sensory play as a kink. So we started off in September with an overview of what sensory play is. Then October, we went to sound. Baby, touch your ear gates. Last month was really scrumptious where we discussed taste and food play. And so we make sure you check out all of our previous episodes on our YouTube page.
Yes. And in the new year, we will be continuing this with our series. January, we're going to do sight and visual play. And then February, psychological play.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Tonight, we are joined by an amazing guest. And I tell you, she smells like a unicorn straight from heaven. It is wonderful, Empress TK.
Hi, I'm Empress TK. I'm a sensation dom. I'm also a switch, but I've got some toys here. I won't be playing with all of them, but as far as I'm concerned, impact play is also sensation play and temperature play because whatever you're hitting warms up.
You're going to have to explain that some more later.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So we want to do some quick housekeeping before we get nasty. This is a sex positive, judgment free space. So no kink shaming, no policing, and absolutely no touching anyone without their consent. So my online folks, I also want you to keep it respectful in the chat.
She said what she said, and consent is what? It's sexy.
Sexy.
So let's start with the basics. Now, let's talk about what exactly is temperature play and why does it hits so good? Yes. Empress, we're going to start with you.
Well, you've got ambient temperature and then you got high temperature and low temperature. Obviously, you can use a bunch of different things to create that, but you
said ambient, so I need you to
dial it back for those that don't know.
You at the 400 level. I need you to break it down because I'm in the 99 class.
Okay. So hot, cold, and regular.
Okay.
Regular.
What is regular?
Regular is just this right here, whatever temperature your room is, and then you can take it up. Heating things, or you can cool it down. Ice. If you're taking it up, fire, wax. I really personally love fire play as well. I don't do fire play, but I do bottom for fire play. That is a temperature that I enjoy. But yeah, that's how I.
And what does it mean to bottom?
So topping and bottoming are ways that we refer to the person who's giving sensation is the top and the person who's receiving sensation is the bottom. And that's less hierarchical than dom and sub. So it depends, dominant and submissive. It depends on what you prefer. So some people prefer to be called a top rather than a dom or a dominant. And some people prefer to be called a bottom rather than a sub or submissive.
Thank you kindly.
Absolutely.
Madam, where are we going? What's the next question?
We were talking about what temperature play is, right? And I will say that temperature play, everything that Empress said, but really, I guess I would add sometimes in temperature play, you may add different tools to your play or to your scene.
Tools?
Yes, tools.
What are tools?
Things that you use to create a sensation on the body, right? For the person that is receiving the sensation. So it could be like, yes, ice can become a tool. Even water can be a tool. Yeah. You can use, like Empress has a metal implement here that can be frozen, right? Or you can put it in heat. You can do that with wax as well. And also, like Empress said, you can use impact to create heat depending on how hard or the longevity that you have, you strike the body to get some changes in the temperature of the person. So I will say that is what I would think temperature play is as well.
Thank you, because when you said tools, I thought about, okay, let me go to Lowe's.
And you can go to Lowe's.
I mean, yeah.
You can go to Lowe's and get some things.
You can
I mean, I'm not going to go to Lowe's and give me a drill and
yes, you can. That's a different. That's a different.
That's a different kind.
Different show. That's a different show.
But I'd like to emphasize that depending on the type of impact implement you use, when you strike the body, perhaps a butt cheek or someone's shoulders, safely, please. The impact intensity will increase the body heat or of the area because of blood flow. So that's actually one of the ways that I can tell when I'm topping someone what's happening is that I'll touch the area so that I can find out, well, how much blood's flowing, what's happening. That does not indicate how much pain they're in, though.
Yes.
Because everybody's different.
Yes, very true.
So when we're thinking about temperature play, what's the safest starter setup that you all would recommend? We're going to start with you, madam.
Yes. I want to say that you want to get wax that is safe to use on the body, right? Like something that does not create a high or an allergic reaction. So I would look into something like maybe soy candles, right? Or even paraffin, because it's easier to come off the body, right? Let me see, the safest starter setup. Definitely get something to cover your floor, like some tarp, plastic, newspaper, something like that.
A sheet from the thrift store.
Yes, definitely a sheet from the thrift store. To just cover the area in which you're going to play in, right? I think I would say also adding like things like spoons to use it as a scooper, because not only do you get to, it's cheap, buying some plastic spoons, right. And they're disposable. So you get to also be safe and have good hygiene in your practice, right? You don't have to worry about trying to clean up the spoon. Just dip it, play, go. Mm-hmm. That's what I would add. What about you?
I would only add, for me, my first introduction, and I know this is going to sound funny, but was the movie Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. When they took the ice and started rubbing it, and I'm like, oh. Mm-hmm. And so me as not a baby kink, I'm like, oh, they did taste, they did touch. Mm-hmm.
They did.
So yeah.
And I'll add one more thing is it's also important for whoever you are. If you're exploring, experimenting, see what things feel good for you. Just because something feels good for someone else, you watch someone, for example, you may see a demo or something, you're watching something to say, oh, that looks like it's really fun. It might not be fun for you. What I know about myself, for example, is that I don't like sharp sensations. So, for example, wax for me is a little too intense. I would need the coolest wax available. It's too intense. But fire play, if someone has a fire wand, for example, that is the kind of because it's a wide sensation. And for me, it's a warming. And actually, I had a really fun time. I had a fire shave. So I was going on a date. And so I was like, can you just singe all the hair on my legs? So it was great.
See, the way my mind is set up, I thought you shaved somewhere else.
No, no. That's a job for a different tool.
You know, and I want to add to something that we did not say. One of the safest starters is, please find someone that is a pro-dominant or someone that is teaching classes about temperature play or fire play, because again, you could be watching that movie that I ain't gonna say the name with the shade in it that gave us all the shade, right? And you think that you are into something and you like it, and it's like, you send somebody to the hospital. Yeah. Like that's a real ass thing. So seeking education is definitely key. Start asking some questions, in kink community. Definitely the Meow University is a place that you can find some information. And you can ask us these things, right? Because we have all of our information somewhere on the show, right? Email, message us. Okay. So it's time for a little game, y'all, right? We call it Hot or Not. So everyone's going to play. Our studio audience is going to play. And thank y'all for being here. Mm-hmm. And all of our people online, we're going to play as well. So I'm going to throw out a scenario, and then you're going to tell me if it is hot with a yes or not. In-person folks, you can shout it out. And our online family, please drop it in the chat, right? We want to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. And don't lie. To look cute. We want to hear the truth.
Yes, you ain't got to lie to kick it. You already here. Okay. Dipping warm wax on your partner's back.
It depends.
What makes it depend?
For me, it depends on consent, because I know it's not something that I like, so I'm not gonna be like, you gotta try this. Yeah, I'm gonna find out from them if that's what they like.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And for all of these, we're gonna assume consent right now, but always have that conversation. Okay. Ice Cube tracing down the inner thigh. Yes. Yes. Okay. Warm massage oil on the chest.
Hot.
I don't like it. I got big boobs, and I don't want you to burn me with those chemicals. I hate the warming massage oil. Sorry. I'm sensitive. Breath play. Warm and cold air teasing on the neck.
Hell no, because some people. my thing is there are some people. Listen, at my heart, I'm a church boy. And there are some people that want to say hallelujah, and I want to say halitosis.
Oh.
So some people, they don't brush their tongue. So my thing is, listen, it's a no for me.
So I was kind of back and forth because y'all know if you watch us, we done talked about this before. This ain't a surprise. breast play is cool, but what if you start saying stuff too? And y'all know how I feel about sound. Like, don't be breathing and saying the wrong shit, or that the breaths you breathe, your breathing sound off. I don't want you to asthmatic-y breathe on me. No shade about anyone that has asthma. None. I'm just saying, like, I seriously, like, okay.
I would also like to make a public service announcement that if you look up breath play and kink, that's also cutting off a certain amount of air for folks, or circulation, and that's a very different thing. So blowing is one thing, but there's a whole other category called breath play, which is consensual strangulation.
And that is absolutely amazing. That is great. Love that. Okay, let me borrow yours for that.
There you go. Oh, we have some enthusiastic consent in the studio audience.
Very. Okay. Hot towel blindfold.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's great. We got a no in the audience. Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
I'm about it.
And so I'm again back and forth, because I'm like, now.
Like it's a part of a facial.
Is it part of a facial?
I'm at facial. Yep.
You know, like, did you squeeze all the liquid out of here? My eyes. I need to see later. Is this dripping? I don't know what you do.
It's like
sometimes.
when you go to the barber shop and the barber, like, takes care of you, and at the end gives you the hot towel.
Right.
No.
I love that, and I love a good facial. I don't know about playing with you
also,
in hot water. And
if you got puffy eyelids, you do a little compress. This could be great.
I think so. Again, it's all about that water out of. Did you that towel? Did you take care of that? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because of all my sensory things, it's a hell motherfucking no. You better not. And moving on to the next one.
Yes, cold metal toys pressed slowly to the skin.
No. I'm a tropical.
Cold metal
flower.
Toys pressed slowly to the skin. I like it after impact. After a nice heated, it's a nice shock. Like, whoa.
It's
Okay.
so we had 7.
Okay. Alternating hot wax and ice.
It could happen. Maybe. We'll see.
Again, it also depends on with whom.
No, I'm gonna need you to pick what you're gonna do. Which one for me? That's me for my body.
So again, it depends on whom. So I don't mind depending on the dom. There's some doms.
That was very direct.
that I have allowed to try things that I wouldn't allow others to try, but I ain't gonna say no names. LL.
Right.
So we at number 8.
Licking skin right after ice play.
Yes. Go. Yes.
My thing is the whole, and
Is it Hal again?
it's how it's the fact that, like, if you're not doing it right.
See, this is why y'all gotta have conversation.
I'm that one person that if you think you're doing it right and you're not, I'm gonna be like, it's okay.
No, I'm not. What is this?
I need you to move.
What is this? I'm not doing that. What is this? I don't like it. No. And I can't help it. There are the times
I will tap on you, be like, you know what? It's okay. You don't have to do that no more.
I'm good.
I'm just gonna tell you, I don't like it. And that's
no, I ain't gonna tell you, but you gonna wish I told you.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't like it. So you don't do it to me no more, and maybe you figure it out for somebody else.
And yes.
So we're gonna move to number 9 because I know us. We'll be on this all day long.
Right? Skin to skin body heat in the dark.
Hot. Or with the lights on.
Or with the lights on. I'm not into all of that. Like, I need to see. I need to see. This is some beautiful stuff. Yes. And I need you to see my beauty.
But see,
look at this.
I mean, I'm an old man. I don't mean to mind the clapper, like the light on before here, and I clap on. I can't finish because we ain't got rights to this. We ain't got rights to this.
That's right.
Right,
That's right.
right.
That's right.
So temperature teasing with melted chocolate.
Maybe.
Temperature teasing with melted chocolate.
Maybe.
I think I know for myself. And you do have to be very mindful about that, even if you're cooking. If you know about how easy it is to burn chocolate,
Yes.
what it does onto the skin.
Right.
Okay. Come on.
So one time at band camp,
This one time.
What time?
somebody I knew took the frosting
Oh.
and put it in the microwave
Oh.
for about 20 seconds.
Oh.
That's too long.
This sounds like a story that we had someone share on this panel before.
Uh-huh.
Somebody.
It was
They
bad.
might be here.
It was bad.
They might be telling the story right now.
I haven't heard the story.
Somebody that went to
tasted
band
wonderful.
camp.
Okay.
Mhm.
Great.
You taste every inch.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good.
And
good
then
to know.
if you adding temperature play, you get some frozen fruit to eat off the person after they have the hotness. Yeah, so we're going to move right along.
Nice. Okay. Thank you all for playing.
It's a
our
tutorial.
game.
Baby, again, we just in the living room with the TV out, and we got added some folks to the living room. So biggest thing that people don't do enough of in the kink community is about negotiation boundaries. So when we're going to talk about sensation intensity without killing the mood. So what that be?
I love negotiation conversations. They're my favorite part. So I really like having a conversation before. I'm usually asking things like, what are you into? What do you generally like? Because even if they haven't tried the thing, I'll ask them generally, what kinds of things do you like? And what's, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you want to be? How do you want to feel? That's where I start, just so I get, because I do a lot of pickup play with new people who I don't know, who I haven't played with before. So I need to get like, what's going on for this person. And then once we do that, I like using a scale of 1 to 10. And so if they want to be at, more intense, let's try an 8. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me where your 6 is. Yeah. When we start. So I establish that ahead of time so that once we're in the play, now I can just reference the thing that we talked about. FYI, some people are more verbal than others while they're in the play. And sometimes I will give someone a nonverbal cue to let me know if it's too much or too little, or they want me to do more.
Yes.
But before anything happens, before a booty gets turned up, before you get into the play space, this is what I do.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that negotiations are also my favorite. And even for me, the step before that, which is that whole vetting, and I'm watching you watching me. You may not even know that this is happening because I'm, checking out even like your body language, what I can notice that I pick up about you already. And then in the negotiation process, I will ask things like how you said, what are you like? Have you ever had this or the that? I think that we have to just get okay with the fact that essentially consent is sexy, and you're going to have these conversations, right? The same as with like testing is also sexy. And you got to be okay with these things happening, right? I don't make it where it is a kill the mood thing, right? So I really like negotiations. It's nice.
And by the way, if you do something that either hurts someone or they weren't expecting, that kills the mood because you didn't talk about it ahead of time.
Yes.
Talking about it ahead of time actually gives you way more space to play, way more freedom because you already have the parameters,
Yes.
Here's where we're going to stop. So you can just play inside of the little playpen that you just created. That's what that conversation is really for. It's not about limitation. It's actually about freedom to move about.
Yeah.
And before Madam moves on, we'll just wrap up with what I just want to say is understand that it's okay to stop.
Yes.
That was the only thing I think we didn't talk about. So like in the middle of a scene, one of the negotiations I had with my bottom today was in the middle of the scene, if you feel like, yeah, I'm not feeling this no more. Red.
Yeah.
Let's stop.
Yeah, that is also important to understand that consent is not ongoing, which also means that the opposite, which is negotiating, is the act of negotiating. It is also ongoing. So that means that, yes, in the middle of a scene, you can negotiate something new, something different, to pause, right? I would like more of a thing. I need a moment, or, hey, not that tool anymore. You know, to not know that you have the rights to have continual negotiating in the process, that's what's going to kill the mood, because now you didn't give consent for the next thing to happen to you, and someone could get hurt, right? Essentially. So,
and no matter, this is for the newbies, no matter who you are, you can always bring both your desires and your desires, needs. And if you feel like you need to stop, there's nothing to prove. Don't feel like you need to, I'm going to go hard. I'm going to be really, really good for the person who's topping me. Don't do that. Just honor your body. There's nothing to prove. Stop when you need to stop.
Yes.
Or ask to slow down if it's too much.
Yes. And that's kind of actually going right into, like, we want to talk about safety, because temperature play is sexy. Yes, when it's safe. So what are some do's and don'ts that you all can add to this?
Yeah, I just feel like the main thing is the testing. Start out slow. Don't go real hard. Make sure everything that you're using is body safe. And we haven't talked about fire or fire cups yet, but this is a cautionary little thing, is that when people, it's a whole different story. But I do know of a person who did a fire cup and they have a scar because the cup was too hot, because it wasn't tested. And if you don't know what fire cups is, it's basically like the cupping that people do for therapeutic reasons, but some people do it as a kink as well. And those cups are glass and they can be hot, and someone got branded as a result. It's too hot.
And because of in another part of my life as an acupuncturist, fire cupping comes out of the practice of acupuncture. And, like for me, not kink shaming anyone.
Right.
But what I do know is that we also have to understand that, sure, you can kink with fire cupping, but also understand that that is a actual medical practice. And if you don't know the constitution of the body that you're dealing with, which you probably wouldn't know if you have not studied certain things, you can cause more harm than anything. And that's not pleasurable when it comes to someone's safety. So I'm going to say, be very mindful in that area around that. You want to actually play with people who know what they're doing. And if you want to know how to do a thing, again, learning, it is key, right? Definitely everything you said about having, if you're doing wax, things that are therapeutic and safe to use on the body.
Right.
Testing things out on yourself first is one thing I want to say, especially when it comes to temperature, right? See how does it feel on you first before you put it on someone else. And what's a don't?
Don't set somebody's locks on fire.
Don't do it. Or any hair of any type.
I know someone that happened while they were doing fire play. If you don't know what you're doing and you're a baby, you know what a baby is. If you're just starting out, don't use a black candle. So the lighter the candle when you're doing wax play, I guess you could say the cooler it is to the body. You use a black candle, it's gonna get hot real fast. Black is real hot.
Yeah.
Black is hot.
So hot.
Yes. I want to also add, like if you ever see someone truly play with fire or perform with fire, you're always going to see two things happening. You're going to see that person that is the doer, the dominant, or the top, right? That's one person doing the doing. And then you're going to see the bottom or the submissive or the person receiving. And then you're going to probably see a third person. That third person is the safety person for them. They are not participating in the play. They are watching to make sure that everything is okay, that no one catches on fire. They know how to clean the area of the body to put out a fire. So it can be intense, but for those of us at home, we're usually trying something with like wax, something more scaled back, but still remember safety is important. Like, don't be playing in spaces with a bunch of flammable things because you might get all into the pleasure and, you drop your candle or whatever. Or, I think I would also add, don't be as sober as you can in playing with fire, right?
And playing, period.
And playing, period. Yes. So thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask this to Empress.
Yes.
And I want you to give me your 45-second version. What's the biggest safety mistakes people make with wax play, and how can they avoid them?
I would say placement is going to be a huge problem. If you place it in a sensitive area that is going to be painful for them, not sexy, especially if you're just starting out, please no genitals with the temper. Like, don't do that. Just stay away unless you're really experienced. You like it. Please don't. But yeah, I think you just want to have as much safety as possible. Like, start slow.
And we have a question, comment from one of our audience members.
Hi, thank you. So I know you mentioned in the beginning that this is space for people of all abilities, like physical abilities as well. I just want to know if you could share a bit about your own experience about pleasure play with people who have movement or physical abilities that are more limited or different.
Yeah. Yes,
Sure.
Actually, I just had an experience maybe Friday with someone in a wheelchair, and we actually did some rope play, right? And I did like a gauntlet up the arm, and I did some front flogging, and then I just kind of shared some energy work with her. And what was very powerful was that she shared with me that the places where she was told she wasn't going to feel anything ever again, she told me that she could feel the energy of what I was doing and how the rope felt very good. And, you know, not just on the energetics, but just me looking at her body structure and also feeling her temperature. She felt cold to the touch. So something more compressing like a rope actually felt warm and good to her body type. So you can still have play, right? If you are in a wheelchair and you can't move, it depends on who is working with you to be able to have good communication with you, negotiation around what it is that you want. And also, I want to say like your level of tools you can pull out your own bag in order to create a very powerful and pleasurable moment of play with that person.
Okay.
I'll even add to it. This isn't just about physical disability. There are invisible disabilities, different mental capacities, different neurodivergencies. And so all the negotiation we do in talking about kink, in making space to say, here's what my needs are. Here's what my sensory needs are. Here's how I need to check in. Here's what to do if I go nonverbal. Like those kind of things can be really great ways to make sure that everyone has a great experience, no matter what your ability or disability.
And I would also add, to add on to those invisible disabilities, both of my subs are both ADD and on the spectrum, and they really enjoy that I tell them what's going to happen very clearly, step by step. Like, here's what's going to happen. What will you need if this happens? So just planning that out is very affirming for them and makes them feel very comforted even before we start the scene and through the scene. So it can be the conversation, making it super clear, and future pacing is what I call it. Here's what's going to happen. And then that thing happens. And then also checking in with them after the thing happens is helpful for both of those subs.
Yeah. It's the clarity part that is really helpful, which is why we also negotiate. And it doesn't take away that energy of some of the mystery and the sexiness around allowing someone to lead and even control. For me, it's very powerful to be able to tell me those things, like you said, what's going to happen. And then now I have the choice to decide, like, okay, am I going to brat it out? Am I going to allow this thing to happen for me? Right. How far am I going to go in my own mind to say yes to my pleasure? Mm-hmm. Right? So there's levels to it, right? This is definitely something that's really good for our January, February show, I think, with psychological play as well. February. Yeah.
And I will just lastly add is that just because someone has need accommodations in life, it don't stop their sex life. I've had relations with someone on a walker. Don't listen. It don't stop nothing just because someone has. I call it they have accommodations because they need support. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so with negotiation, you just got to ask all the questions of what do you need? What do I need for you? Right. And so as a top, I got to ask all those questions, baby, what you need? Right. And if I'm not doing it, I shouldn't rely on their lack of abilities to say, because they can't do XYZ, then I'm not gonna engage.
Yeah.
I hope that answered all your questions.
Yeah, it was more so like for, I just wanted I just threw in that question because I wanted people who are watching who may, think that, physical limitations or whatever or other invisible disabilities might be something that might stop them from engaging in pleasure play. So I just wanted to broach that question because I wanted, for everyone to understand a little better how they can continue to have pleasure play with people of all abilities. So, and I really enjoy your answers. So thank you.
Sure.
You're welcome. It's definitely always, consent and negotiation and conversation around these things, and getting to the place of where you can please the person that you are with and safely, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to have a quick pause because pleasure and health go together. And Project Vida offers free and confidential HIV testing in person or from home. So we're going to watch a quick video, right?
Your sexual wellness just got a glow up. Test, play, repeat. The free, discreet, and easy way to take control of your health. Order a no-cost STI test kit right to your door. No labels, no shame, no schedule hassles. Or stop by Project Vida in person. Either way, you score a $200 premium toy box curated for your pleasure. Here's how it works. Scan the QR. Sign up in 2 minutes. Test at home or in person. Get fast, reliable results. Then claim your reward because self-care is sexy. Because pleasure and protection go hand in hand. Because knowing your status is confidence. Test, play, repeat. Your wellness, your way. Your sexual wellness just got a glow up. Test.
Hey, so we are going to do some wax play, and I have my wonderful bottom AD, and then the amazing madam is going to take us through this.
Yeah, so I'm going to just kind of narrate. So Legendary and AD have already had a conversation. He has consent. They have spoken about the things that AD would like for this scene. So Legendary is just kind of starting off first with some baby oil, right? To just kind of coat the skin and relax him, right? Also giving a nice massage, touching with the hands first. That's kind of nice before you start with, doing temperature play. It's nice to actually make contact with the body first with the hands so that you can, relax your partner. So that's what Legendary is doing right now. And you can tell that his partner is enjoying. We're watching his body become more and more relaxed. We're also hearing AD, you probably can't hear this, but making some pleasurable sounds. Legendary has lit his candle. And as you can see, Legendary is practicing some safety precautions first by testing the wax on himself first to see how does it feel, right? And so with doing some wax play, one of the things that you can do is make sure that you are not getting the wax in any places where there's a lot of hair, right? Legendary is also following some consent protocols and also listening to the nonverbal cues that his bottom is giving him. That was a bit of a shock for them, and that was also his first time, right? So now Legendary is doing some during the scene care, because that is a thing, right? There's beforehand, there's aftercare, and then there's tending to your bottom while you are in scene. All right. All right. So we are done with playing with the wax right now. And one of the things that's really good to remember is also to have some aftercare, right? Make sure you have some aftercare, checking to see if your person is okay. So thank you for that.
All right. So
one thing I want to ask is, how do we adapt wax and temperature play for different bodies and sensitivity levels? How do we do that?
I think it's really important to pay attention to that initial conversation. What are they saying about the kinds of things they're into? So if they say, I'm into X, Y, and Z, and that sounds intense, they might like a little more intensity. Or if they're like just soft everything, less intensity. Even if they're inexperienced, they don't know what they're into, or you're inexperienced and you don't know what you're into yet, it's important for you to just check in with your body, because hot weather is very different than hot wax. Mm-hmm. It's a very different experience. So while I, for example, really like hot weather, I don't like hot wax as much because it's too intense for me on one location.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, for instance, when we were doing that scene, we discussed using the stoplight. However, the massage relaxed him, but once that wax hit him, his verbal was very nonverbal, and he did a and I was like, yep, I'm gonna blow this out. We're gonna stop right here. And so that's one of those things when we talk about consent and negotiation doesn't stop.
Right.
It's consistent.
And like for me, I want to say that usually when I'm doing wax play, like I ain't gonna tell no lie. I don't like a whole bunch of mess. I ain't got time for it. Too much stuff for me to clean up. So I usually will use my wax pot that allows me to control the temperature. And I'm going to have the conversation with the person prior to. I'm also looking at the skin, certain areas of the body, like your skin is a little bit tougher and can take a little more heat more than other areas. So I'm looking at that. I'm also looking at the person's skin already. What's the color? If it's already red and irritated, I probably won't put wax in that spot. However, I can, if the wax is like paraffin or soy, very pliable, I can pour it somewhere else and then rub it into that space without having it make the direct contact when I immediately pour it. That allows you to kind of like play around, adapt, check in with them, and also make your own assessment as the doer. And if you're the person that is receiving, being able to say like, hey, I'm sensitive in this area, and also don't pour wax over open and broken skin, right? Areas that have already like a rash or irritated skin, like that's really important to to think about, right? So, yeah.
And make sure if in the boudoir, you check the body, you should check the body before you play with it.
That's right.
So you would already know if there's open wounds. I made sure that was part of the reason beforehand I was rubbing and touching on AD's body, because I didn't want to, because I knew his back was going to be exposed, and I didn't want to touch somewhere and I'd be like, oh, I didn't know that was there.
Yeah. Touch is a great tool to also assess what's going on, because someone may not be able to communicate what's happening with, like if you look at your own self, sometimes you're like, oh, I have a bruise. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Or, oh, I scratched myself. How did that happen? But you being the person in the space of being in control or leading or dominating or topping, you have to have your ways of observation, because if it's not safe for your sub bottom, it's not safe for you.
Right.
So you have to assess, think about it like at a doctor's office, right? That's one of the key tools. If you say this is hurting, after they conversate with you about it, there's a touch. Mm-hmm. So the same thing needs to happen after you talk about this body that you want to do something to, touch it,
right?
Which kind of goes into our other part of assessing and testing things out, right?
Mm-hmm. Because we all need to get tested. We all need to know what we got and what's going on with our bodies. One more reminder, Project Vida is testing is what? My favorite F word, FREE. Confidential and available in person or at home. And you can still get that toy box when you test. So you can leave it here. You can leave right here with a peace of mind and pleasure tools. Run that beautiful commercial break.
Your sexual wellness just got a glow up. Test, play, repeat. The free, discreet, and easy way to take control of your health. Order a no-cost STI test kit right to your door. No labels, no shame, no schedule hassles. Or stop by Project Vida in person. Either way, you score a $200 premium toy box curated for your pleasure. Here's how it works. Scan the QR. Sign up in 2 minutes. Test at home or in person. Get fast, reliable results. Then claim your reward, because self-care is sexy. Because pleasure and protection go hand in hand. Because knowing your status is confidence. Test, play, repeat. Your wellness, your way.
Hey, so I'm Empress TK, as I mentioned before. This is my sub for the day, Clara. She's bottoming for me. We have already had a consent conversation and talked a little bit about what we're going to do today. And so I'm going to demonstrate 2 of my faves, floggers. So there's this one and another one over here. And usually I ask how we're doing, and I have already given Clara an option of, if something is too intense, to give me a nonverbal signal so that we can keep going here. All right. Different tools provide different sensations.
Damn.
Thank you. Also, the temperature has increased.
Thank you so very much for that. And so you could tell that one of the things that Empress TK did was constantly checking in with her bottom. She also kept checking in on her own by looking to see like any color change. Also, Empress TK checked with her hands, felt the temperature of the body as well. So those are some things also to keep in mind when even experiencing impact, and also checking in with your hands and your eyes. So let's talk about just the tip, y'all. So I want to know, can you all give me your best quick advice for folks trying some temperature play at home? Like, what's something that you can, a gem you can give to them for the first time?
Start slow. Start slow. Start slow. You can always increase intensity later, or increase the temperature, but really chill. Don't go hard.
Please invest in good wax for the body to play with, so that you do not cause someone to have an allergic reaction to the wax, right? And also having good wax that is therapeutic grade for you to use on the body. It also provides you with the ability to spread that wax on the body. You get to have more play with that wax, right? So
if I have to do one, I would say for me, mine would be fool, don't break your toys. And I just mean that in the sense of, for instance, if I had burned AD,
yeah,
he ain't never gonna want me to
Right.
to touch him ever again. And so just like don't be them little badass baby kids where you break a toy and then your mama throw it in the garbage because
Don't do it.
You done did it wrong. No. Take care of your toys.
you know what? And when you said that, something that we didn't say, I want to add, keep yourself a first aid kit handy when it comes to temperature play in that manner. And also make sure you have some things like burn cream, right, available. Make sure that first aid kit is able to handle things like that, right? You want to be able to really have some good care for your person.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So we're going to just rush through these, but no, we're not. So just start small. Breath, ice, warm hands before wax. Use body safe tools and test the temperature on yourself first.
Right.
Repeat after me. Never skip aftercare. That is a no-no. Too often people just be like, okay, I did you. Okay, let me leave you alone. But make sure that the person has what they need when it comes to aftercare. Make sure that the skin is good. And lastly, check in with the person emotionally. If you saw both demos, we made sure that the person that we were working on, that they were safe, that they were okay, But I think at this time we have a question
you have a
from
question in the audience.
our audience. And we love the audience.
We love it.
Hi, thank you. I have another question. I'm just curious how, in your experience, you've seen like pleasure play with different temperatures help to liberate and empower people from minority communities beyond simply communicating needs and desires.
Ooh.
So definitely, not just in temperature play, but I'm gonna say in just playing in general. Another situation where I had a bottom that there was a tornado in their hometown. They don't live here in Chicago. And they did Trixie's choice. So I chose what I was going to do. And I did rope bondage for them. And what I didn't know until after that scene was that a few months prior to that, he was trapped for 90 minutes underneath a building because his church collapsed on him.
Wow.
For 90 minutes, he was bound. And then that's the modality that I chose. Something died inside of him emotionally in that church, right? And after I tied him, I flogged him. And he shared with me that I introduced pain in a healthy way back into his body and allow him to process that because he spent months in pain, as well as the experience of he liked rope before, but he didn't know if he was going to enjoy that ever again after being for 90 minutes bound under a building, and one of the people in the building died right next to him. Right. And so there was a freedom and liberation that he was able to have from having that scene. You know, like there's a part of where we understand that, yes, kink is pleasure, but being liberated and free and emotionally safe and connected with yourself, that's pleasurable as well. Right. We have to change how we are viewing some of those things. So I think that anytime someone is able to choose to come and get some sort of service or be able to say, this is what I want for myself, that is already liberating in that moment.
Yes.
Right in the moment that they're able to decide to submit to what they want for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, do you have a follow-up? So I have I'm going to piggyback on that, and then I have a specific instance as well. Having agency is what, or having practice with agency is actually what I find is the most healing aspect of BDSM kink, because there's often a request, a desire that means a lot. It's very important to the person, but they may not be able to share it in any other place in their life.
Yes.
But to be able to make a specific request and then have that request fulfilled in the way that you want it with someone who's enthusiastic about it is deeply powerful. I have the second thing I'll share is that I have one of my bottoms has MS and some other physical things going on. And so body sensation, since their condition has been moving and changing over time, has been kind of like a shrug for them in their life. They wanted to be more connected with their body, have sensation. They didn't know how it was going to be because they participated in flogging and things like that before, but not since the physical stuff increased for them. Yeah. But our play gave them more access to their body. Like, and literally after our first scene together, they were like, I'm back. Like there was this liberation and this experience of embodiment and pleasure and sensation that they got access to that they had been away from for quite some time and didn't know how to step back into because of the illness and the conditions and the changing body sensations, they got reacquainted with their body. And that in and of itself is both empowering and liberating.
Yes.
I'm gonna just say it, and y'all give me later. Sure. For me, there is, but there is not a difference between playing with someone who, as the kids I used to work with say, they're playing with someone who is vanilla versus someone who is chocolate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The biggest difference is the level of trauma that someone has to deal with because they're melanated. Case in point, therapy looked different when I had a Caucasian therapist versus my Black therapist who's a alpha and a part of the kink community. So someone who is melanated would understand certain things. And so I'll just be honest, in my years in the community, there are only maybe 2 Caucasian men that I've let spank or flog me. Mm-hmm. And I will be honest, it is only because of our personal relationships. Like these are like actual good friends of mine. Yeah. But when I had someone that wasn't them to do it, I will not lie. On the inside, I had to say, my name is Kunta. If you've seen Roots, you understand. It was almost triggering. Yeah. Because this is someone that I did not know, but I was new to the community. So, I see people get flogged, so I want to do that. That's why the wonderful movie that we won't say. Right.
The movie that shall not be named.
That will never be named.
Let it die.
Not on this show, as long as I'm Black. It is because there is a different level of someone who's melanated who understands. Mm-hmm. And also it goes back to vetting your person so you understand this person is not trying to hurt me or harm me. And also why you don't do too much pickup play. But we need to be wrapping up the time. Madame, I feel like we got some announcements.
We do. So before we close, we're going to have a little bit of talking about what we got coming up. So Link Up Chicago has its twice a month drop-ins for Black same gender loving men. You can join us every second Saturday at New Covenant Church on 77th and Cottage Grove at our sober space, Link Up Sanctuary, and then every 4th Saturday to our harm reduction space, Link Up Lounge at the center on Cottage Grove. That's located at 6323 South Cottage Grove. Both are from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And for more information, you can call or text us at 844-942-LINK. That's 844-942-5465.
The Mind, Body, and Soul Health and Wellness Circle brings free mental health, spiritual, and physical wellness services for Black, bisexual, and same gender loving men. Join us for free fitness, dance, yoga, and cooking classes, as well as free acupuncture and massage therapy 6 days a week. So you can come on every Monday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. MBS offers Meal Prep Mondays with Chef Blake and Chef Nick. Just call us at 773-277-2291 to register. Also, MBS has started offering massages on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You ain't gonna know what you're missing till you get it.
Yes. Also, Project Vida's office will have special hours for the holiday season. Both offices will be open on December 22nd, the 23rd, and December 26th, December 30th, January 2nd, and then close on the other days, right? Our food pantry pickup will be available on Friday, December 26th, and January the 2nd. And our regular office hours will resume on Monday, January the 5th.
And don't forget, if you are here in person, remember, you can get tested for FREE at Project Vida. Walk-ins are accepted Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Or you can come in at 4111 West 26th Street, or you can go ahead and get that wonderful toy box delivered. Just sign up for free HIV test. You can call in with your results, and it is on the way. All you need to do is what? Test, play, repeat. Test, play, repeat. And finally, we want to thank our guest, our wonderful audience. Give it up for yourselves. See, we actually got somebody is in the audience besides ourselves. We want to thank Empress TK. Baby, we want to thank for this wonderful team. Y'all wave y'all hands so we can see for making the show prosper, and for you all for exploring what it means to show up, power and protection. Hey.
Indeed.
Yes, yes. And before we close out, I want to tell you to join the Meow University and for my annual retreat. It's a day retreat, right? It's called Marinate. It's a sacred intimacy retreat. It's the afternoon for guided self-tending, gentle embodiment, and community care. And it's a very wonderful and intimate setting. It'll be in Chicago, January the 24th, right? We will start at 3 p.m. for this, right? So get your tickets. It is a beautiful class. Also, I will be having a cuddle experience. I don't call it a cuddle party because that's not what this is. It is a full experience that I'll be having at Pink Portal Pole Sanctuary. It's so cute and it's so pink in there. This is a 4-hour non-sexual cuddle space focusing on consent, platonic touch, and a collective warmth, right? You can come as a single person. You can come as a couple or a throuple. And that's going to be December 27th from 6 to 10 p.m. It's for 18 and older, BIPOC exclusive. And it will be co-facilitated by my lovely dear friend, Kay of Kinky Black House. So make sure you get your tickets for that as well. And I cuddle with every last person there. So if you want Madam to hold you, get your tickets.
You really got a hold on me.
And remember to join us next month for our next installment of our Sensory Play series, where we will be talking about sight and visual play, right? It's getting lit already.
All right, family, before we wrap up tonight, we just want to take a moment and say thank you again. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being open, for learning with us, for growing with us, and keeping this space fun, sexy, and judgment-free.
Yes. And As our year comes to a close, we want to wish each and every one of you a happy holiday season, right? Also want to tell you all happy winter solstice on today,
Indeed.
right? Shortest day, longest night of the year. Great time for you to connect with your intentions, right? Happy holiday season to every one of you, however you celebrate a beautiful and healthy, pleasure-filled new year.
And so we're excited for what's coming up next. We want to wait. We can't wait.
Can't wait.
Keep growing,
Can't wait.
keep exploring, connecting in the new year. New topics, new toys, new energy.
Yes.
Same safe, sex positive community. Baby, we love y'all.
We love y'all.
Love you.
So take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Stay safe, stay tested, stay tuned in and turned on. And happy holidays, happy new year. And we will see you all next year, and we will see you soon.
Until next time.
Till next time.
Stay
safe.
curious.
Stay curious. And we're going to keep it sexy.
And do all of that.
We'll
Okay?
see y'all next
Do
year.
it all.